Let's replicate the famous God Arm S2000 from Initial D. Now this car belongs to Toshiya Josima, and if you ever watched Initial D, you know that this character came fourth in the fourth stage. Pretty nice car to drive, and I must say, it's really interesting watching that episode of Initial D. So we're going to try to remake it in GT Online as best as we possibly can. Our blank canvas has quite a bit of ways to go. As you can see, car looks nothing like what was in Initial D. But nonetheless, a few $1,000s and we could change that. So first, bumpers, front bumper, let's do front first. And of course, the Initial D bumper isn't necessarily here. I do think the street bumper is the closest thing towards what was in Initial D. So I think we're going to end up choosing this one because it's just clearly not the stock front bumper with fog lights, and God Arm did not have fog lights, so we can't put that on there. So we're going to go with the street bumper. Moving into the rear bumpers now. As you can see, quite a bit of options, but none of them seemingly match 100% to what God Arm had on his car. So we're just going to do the next best thing, which is the sport bumper. And it doesn't look quite bad, honestly. The diffuser doesn't draw a lot of attention to itself. It's kind of flush with the bumper, so I think we should be able to get away with doing this. So looking at the exhaust, just checking if the engine is fully modified. So exhaust, we do have the chrome tip installed on here, and it's actually the best one, even though the titanium fanatic in me is telling me just to put the titanium on there, but God Arm had a chrome exhaust pipe, so we didn't need anything after that. So we already have it, so we're just gonna save the money by not doing anything extra. So we're gonna go from the track fenders all the way back down to the stock fenders. And there is a few options that we could get away with the performance fenders, with that little slat or slit with the rear of the wheel showing, but we're just gonna do the OEM way and just have it match 100% to the one in Initial D. So grill, pretty much basically a stock grill, but the bumper is actually influencing the grill, so we're just gonna move on. Stock hood, of course, that is the best one compared to my transparent, but he did have a twin vented hood, and I'll show a picture of that right here. And this is the closest thing, unfortunately, so we're just gonna have to go with this one. Plenty of cool options here as well. So with the dash, let's do the dash. I have a clip or a video screenshot of the interior of God Arm's personal S2000, and we unfortunately can't do any of these crazy modifications. So let's see here. He had a red interior insert, red accent insert, and he had green straps on his bucket seat. So we're gonna have to honor that by putting the green option on the bucket seats, and we're gonna try to see if we could make the interior have that red accent also. But if I'm not mistaken, when I reviewed this car, the dash and that red accent color changes at the same time, so I'm not quite sure. I'm just gonna go and check again. So we're gonna replicate the steering wheel as well. The Sprint Basic is that, and then there's a couple of them here. The Apex Basic, and I'm pretty sure there's one more in this class of steering wheels. Let's see. Yeah, Rally Basic. So the basic steering wheels are the ones that look similar. So whichever one you choose. After some checking, the dash and the accent piece does change the same. So we'd have a red dash and a red accent piece. That throws everything out, so we're going to leave that alone. He did have his stock mirrors, so no need for the racing and carbon racing mirrors in GTA. Let's see what those look like again, because it's just to jog my memory. So, nah. Trim color, as you can see here, just to show you guys. I guess I could have did the carbon dash if the carbon dash didn't have those crazy buttons on it and the hydro e-brake. So as you can see, I maybe could have changed the seat color or made a different seat being in the car, and then maybe it would have worked. But we're just gonna stick to how it looks already. So we're not gonna have that nice red interior stripe or interior piece or interior accent. My bad, guys. So we're gonna respray it soon, and then we're gonna do the hard top first. So this is kind of tricky. S2Ks or S2000s have two types of hard tops, and it's very demanding for one of them, and the other one is pretty much easy to get. So I think we could do, it's definitely not this one. It's not this style. It's the one where it has the window at the back, the dedicated window. Okay, so it's sports hard top, because I don't want the color of the roof to match the body. So the car is blue, but it looks purple. So we're gonna have to do purple. So we don't want the roof to be purple. So we're gonna do a carbon. So this is definitely gonna look darker. So we're gonna see splitters. The plastic splitter does give the bumper an added edge, and it's not noticeable compared to the carbon splitter. So I do think this is a necessary addition. Not bad, is it? You literally can't tell. It just gives it that extra push. So for his wing, which is pretty crazy to think that a S2000 had that wing, I believe it's closer to this. The stands were a little bit more closer together, but this is the best we have. No sunstrip. Suspension, he did have higher suspension, so let's do lowered. See, maybe lowered is best, because he does drive on the corners of, let's do street. Yeah, so he does drive on the off, like the puts his car, parts of his cars on the side of the street, so he has to have a higher suspension. I do know what wheel would most likely go into this car, but it's too big, so I'm just searching for which wheel which would be best. So these are what his wheels look like when we saw the side profile of the vehicle, and I found them, but they just are way too big. So we're just gonna have to end up having to select them. I really wish we could select wheel diameter sizes in GTA. It's just unfortunate. We're just running whatever Rockstar gives us. It's just at this point. So let's see if we could make them the bronze color as we saw in the photo. And I think bronze is going to be a little bit too dark. But I think it should do. Maybe we could do a different one that would look similar to the bronze that is in the anime. So let's actually go ahead and see if it's time to do. It's time to do the respray. So I think the car is blue, according to the Wikipedia for Initial D, and seeing it how I see it on my TV, the car is blue. But to get that color in GTA Online, you can't use a blue, unfortunately. So we're gonna have to do a purple, like a metallic purple of some sort, and then have a pearlescent white in it to give it that look from the series, because some of the cars, most of the other characters, the side characters, you never see them during the day. You see them at night, where it's pretty much the moon. So you want it to have that moon haze in it, in the paint, that you always recollect in your memories of, oh, it's this car. So as you can see here, I'm scrolling through the blues, and it's not blue in GTA Online. So it's going to have to be purple with the pearlescent white. So here in the purple section, you can see Spin Maker Purple looks to be something that you could work with. So let's do that. 13,000. Okay, so we're going to have to go to the white or silver. Let's try silver first. And it's somewhat there. Yes, this is absolutely perfect. And I'll show you a side reference just so you don't think I'm crazy. Looking at my screen here on my phone and then looking at the TV, it looks pretty spot on to me. And I know this is the closest that I'm going to get towards it. So let's throw some tints on this thing, because I don't like having, no tint unless the interior is somewhat special. And it's pretty much basic, minus the bucket seats. So let's see some tints on it, and then we're going to bring it outside. So outside in the dark here, I did think it was the perfect opportunity, because as I said before, when the side character comes out, you never see them during the day, so we could never understand how the car is blue, but it looks purple in the nighttime. So as you can see here, looking pretty much as close as it's gonna get. As I said before, it looks pretty good. I like how it looks. The wheels are bugging me out, because I know the wheels are not that big. And I see the stitching in there, purple stitching, the purple on the back of the seat, the green seat belts or the straps or the buckles for some people. The roof, carbon roof, nice. Not bad. I do prefer this one. Every time I do one of these cars, the wing, a little bit changes on the wing, and this would be perfect. Every time I do one of these initial D cars, every time I have a favorite, this car, the newest one that I do, always I put this as the old one. And I think this one is pretty much hard to beat, so I'm gonna do Bunta's Impreza next. So hopefully that doesn't change for this one. Even though one of my favorite brands of cars in this game is the Cayenne, and then the Sultan is the favorite one that they make in that brand. So seeing it in the sunlight here, I do have the option to drop the vehicle with the standard option, because this is a tuner's vehicle. I went ahead and put the God arm plate, just in case if someone doesn't know why on earth would someone do purple with bronze wheels. They come around, they look, God arm. So if they know, if they're one of us, they'll know, they'll figure it out, and they actually appreciate it. So not bad. As I said, one of my favorite ones to date. Definitely better than the 86, definitely better than the RX-7. And let's see if the Impreza or the Sultan Classic changes that. So nice. This car loves to drift. Even with the wing on the back, it still has the capability, but I see why God wanted this, because Rockstar has that in the game where the wing actually improves the downforce. This thing, unless I do the clutch kick method, it's solid. Hooks and goes. So that's pretty much it for the video, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love this one. Definitely one of my favorite ones to date of the 3 that I did so far. So let me know what you did down below. What would you do different, and what do you think of mine personally? I'm open to criticism. And yeah, thank you guys so much.